Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this week's podcast. This time I have with me Flippy. Flippy, say hi.
Hey.
That's
Uh,
it? You're just going to say hey?
that's
You got to do better than that, son.
right. Hi.
He's
I'm
he's
Flippy.
Australian. He has
Yeah, I'm Australian.
not too much of the
Australian,
accent.
mate. Yeah, I
Might put the shrimpy on the barbie,
Put
mate.
another shrimp on the barbie, mate. Put a steak. Shit.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm operating on no sleep, so if I start slurring words and shit, I'm not drunk. I just didn't sleep at all. So. Did you get anything? Summer sale, that's what we'll talk about first. Did you get anything particularly interesting?
I didn't buy anything from the summer sale, because I'm poor as fuck. But I got
I had $20 to work with, and I still got like 6 games.
Nice. Yeah, I got Battle Block Theater gifted to me, and I've been having a blast.
Techno bought me that.
Yeah? Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I had it on console, and I mentioned it to him, and then he was like, "Oh, I'll get it for you if it goes on sale even more." But it did. He got it when it was still 7, and it's cheaper now than it was when he got it for me. But I basically just gave him I gave him all of my cards because I can't sell anything anymore. Valve has it so that if you exceed 200 items sold, you can't sell anything else. So I was just like, well, I can't really, because the way that I don't bother trading cards with people. I'm like, fuck that, I'll just sell them and then buy the ones I need.
Yeah,
and
it's
so
easier to
I
sell.
can't do that. Yeah, it's a lot faster. I can't do that now, so I just fucking give my cards away. And I told him, like, you can get all my cards for the next 6 months. I don't even care. So that's how that went. And then, see, you know how they have the team shit? Like, they had the summer teams? I didn't even join one. Like, I bought all my shit, and then I was like, oh, we can join teams, like, by choice. I didn't know that. And then I got the red team, and then the red team won anyway, so I was like, yeah, my team won.
Yeah,
But I didn't get anything, because they did the
3
games.
days in a row.
Yeah.
Man. I joined Team Purple, and they were winning.
They were, like the worst. No, blue was the worst.
Yeah, blue was the worst. Purple was winning, like, the first, I think, 2 days? No, they won the first day, and then it was close, and then the second day. And then they just went downhill from there. Like, they didn't
just
win
kept doing
anything else.
The only thing I ever check is the voting stuff, and then the special for the day or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, see, my summer sale was spent, voting on different games to play so I could get the cards, and at least craft one badge.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah. But
So what have you been playing this week? So we normally talk about first.
This week I've been playing a shitload of Battle Block.
Right,
I managed to beat Battle Block, and then I played Battle Block in offline mode because my internet crashed and all that. And then when my internet came back, all my data was wiped, so I have to restart.
The cloud fucked you over. That's
Yeah,
some of the issues
exactly.
with doing cloud saves is like the priority one or whatever they do. I don't know how that works specifically, but I know that they think people are gonna cheat or something. I don't know. But what was I gonna mention? It's fucking no sleep. Oh right, on console. Did you play the console version of it of Battle
No, I
Block?
did not.
I thought it was really weird what changes there are. So the first thing I noticed was the enemies. The enemies on the map aren't the enemies that were in the old version. In that version they were just like regular cats, like they weren't the suited up ones you see in the lobby.
Oh,
They
yeah,
were just
weren't
regular
they-
cats that had weapons, yeah. And then they made them suits and they spit things out of their mouths now. I was like, you know what? That makes it's a better idea than the original idea, but I just thought it was weird that wasn't already there. So that was interesting. And then there's like a couple palette swaps on levels, and that's like it.
Ah, yeah. Well, I mean,
I didn't really
they wouldn't
notice
wanna.
anything else.
They wouldn't wanna change much on that type of game.
I think in around chapter 3, I think there was a level that was entirely different, but that could just be me forgetting. Yeah, I was like, I don't remember platforming in this certain way.
Huh.
It could just be my memory though.
Yeah, maybe. Well, you are fucking half asleep, so.
Well, no, I just meant when I was playing it, I had that revelation. I was like, I've never been through this.
Yeah.
That was weird to stick that in the, like, a quarter of the way through the game. Or a third, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's a third of the way through.
Anyway, of course, I've been playing a lot of
Um,
Counter-Strike, as usual.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't gotten banned lately, thank God, because I decided to just stop quitting. Like, it used to be my philosophy back in the day, just like, I'm just not going to quit no matter what. I don't care. I'll just play. I'll run around with a knife and stab the chickens or whatever. And then, I got a couple of cheaters in a row, and I was like, I'm not wasting my time, right? Because it takes like 45 minutes to play a match. Like, who wants to sit there for 45 minutes and watch fucking people spam and chat, So,
Yeah, exactly.
and then Valve made it so that if back in the day, if all 5 of your teammates quit, or all 4 of your teammates and you quit, it would change the match so that it just didn't count. It would disappear, and you wouldn't get a ban. And then now they changed it so that if everyone leaves, it counts as a loss and you get the ban.
Oh, what?
So, I mean,
Really?
if your entire team quits, clearly something is wrong with that match. Like, they should just keep it like that. I don't see the problem. And
Why
just
would
give the
they
other team the
change
win,
that?
and then if the other team was cheating later on, then they could erase it. So what they've done now, though, is just that. So
What?
if someone is found to be cheating, their matches, all their wins get taken away along with the people that were in that game. Like, that game becomes nullified.
That is
So what people do is they'll go on a website and find someone with cheats, and they'll pay them to cheat in their game so that they boost their level, which is stupid because you shouldn't be boosting your level because you're going to be playing with people that are better than you, right?
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna
So
get
it's
shit
just
stomped.
it's just an artificial fucking thing to say, "Ooh, I'm a distinguished master guardian even though I play like a fucking silver."
I'm a Division 1. You're not even... Well, I don't even know.
I'm
what the
platinum,
ranks are.
bro. That's nuts. I found a good chart. I should put this in the description. I tweeted it earlier. It was a good chart. I would read it, but it's too long. Basically, the bottom rank in Counter-Strike, the label was, "Do you know the alphabet?" Up next was like baby's first shooter, and then at the very top it was like Forest along with platinum cheats, $20, and the whole NIP team. And then beneath that it was like wall hacks. But my rank is basically like, the game. You're above average. Congratulations.
You're kind of good, but I mean...
Well, no, the rank that I bounce back and forth between the one where it was considered you are a great player, and then the one where it's like you're above average. So I mean, I'm decent at the game. Yeah.
I suppose.
I want to make a Smurf account and just try to get ninja diffuses. To be honest, so I'm really bad at them. Because this guy named Sparkles, that's like his thing. All he does is he'll buy a diffuse kit, a smoke, and a flash, and he'll sit in the site and just hide and throw that shit and defuse the bomb. It's
Oh,
really fun to
wow.
watch. Some people, like, he'll be right behind them, like they'll be rubbing against him and they won't notice him. It's pretty embarrassing.
Yeah. Especially if they're like recording or something and then you watch it back
Yeah.
and just like, oh, how the fuck did I miss that?
So I was kind of waffling there. I forgot what I was talking about. Counter-Strike.
Counter-Strike.
All right, so I remember this one chick, she tweeted a video earlier today. It was just like an hour ago. And it was called playing against Team Warm-Up or the Warm-Up Clan or whatever.
Yeah.
So basically these guys, their clan tag is just, it's Warm-Up in all caps and exclamation point. So what they do is they buy armor, helmet, and negevs, and they run to your spawn, and they just mow you down over and over again for the entire warm-up. And then when the warm-up's over, they say good warm-up, and they leave. They don't even play the game. It's a whole clan that does this. And whenever they leave, they like, tell your friends, and then they just leave. It's so good.
So they do it in like every game?
Basically.
Oh,
It's
that's
really
so
weird.
good.
Someone in the comments of the video was just like, "Oh, I remember these guys from last month."
That's
I was
such a
like,
good
"How are they
idea.
not getting?" I guess they just alternate getting banned or something.
Yes.
That's so
maybe.
weird.
Or they recruit new members to replace the banned ones.
Yeah. I guess that could also work. I just thought it was fun. Like, I didn't even think they were gonna do that. Like, I was like, "Huh, their team name is Warm Up." I mean, that's interesting. And then they just wanted to play the warm up.
That's great.
The top comment was, "They sure warmed you guys up."
That's
I haven't laughed that hard at something so stupid and simple. In a long time.
I don't know. I find it funny.
Especially like 8 in the morning when you haven't slept. I mean, anything's funny.
Yeah. suppose. Oh.
Uh,
Um.
So
Yeah.
I've been playing Counter Strike. What? You know what I did last night? I got on Gary's mod. You know the cinema game type?
Yeah. Cinema.
Yeah, I just joined theaters and I'd throw popcorn at people's shit and then, like see what they were watching. And then this one guy, the server was empty, and then I went over to the theater and it said funny montage, and I knew that was a PewDiePie video because that's like his most viewed one.
Yeah.
And, you know, I mean, of course, I don't like fucking PewDiePie. His content's terrible.
Who does?
I mean, you know, the guy's making money, whatever. I don't really care. I'm not jealous. I don't even have to do this debate.
Yeah.
He has a shitty channel and it's popular. I don't care.
I'm a PewDiePie fan, and I don't agree
But
with
anyway,
what
all right, let me get to the point. So I joined I joined in his. It's not the cinema where all the rooms are connected. Like you have to like load a few seconds. So I loaded into his room and I typed in the chat and I was just like, this must be embarrassing. And he was like, no. And I was like, dude, me walking into you watching this is like your dad seeing you watch gay porn. I'm disappointed right now.
You just like slowly like crouch walk back through the door.
He's watching the PewDiePie.
Stupid. Well, was he watching it by himself?
Oh yeah, it was just him. The whole server was empty.
Why wouldn't you just open YouTube and watch
Yeah,
it?
I don't really know. Maybe he wanted all of his friends to know that he was trendy too. This is the most popular channel. I watch it. I know what's good. I know what everyone wants.
He just bought Gary's mod to watch PewDiePie videos.
His parents blocked like actual YouTube. He has to get it to like a filter on Gary's mod through cinema. And then I joined this other server and they have like it's like an alpha or beta or something. And I read one of the panels they had on the wall. And you know how some Gary's mod servers they overdo shit and there's just too much content and the fucking frame rate drops and everything's really weird. And there's so many paid fucking like privileges and shit.
Yeah.
And they wanted like $10 for like you get your own private theater, like 20, like you get like a better room like downstairs.
Fucking serious.
I was like, yeah, just what I wanted to pay $20 for this server so that I can have a shiny chandelier over my TV.
Yeah. So I can watch YouTube videos.
So I can watch YouTube videos. Exactly.
In the best environment ever. That's quality. That's a quality way to watch YouTube videos. I would do that. I would do
I'd
that.
rather spend that $20 to open Counter Strike crates. I think I'd rather get fucking 10 Bison skins than do that. Which I pretty much have. I probably have gotten about 10 Bison skins from crates. I've opened about 40 crates and I haven't gotten shit. I have like 3 guns that I like. Or 4, really?
I remember when like the skins first came out, and I got like I think it was the zebra skin for the M16 or something like that.
M4A.
M4A1 or something like that. I thought it was the coolest shit, and I went into the community market to see how much people were selling it for, because I thought it was super rare. 10 cents.
You didn't even get the stat track. I was expecting you to say stat track, but you got the regular one.
No.
Well, yeah, man. Sorry. That's like getting a shitty strange weapon, pretty much.
Yeah.
Or not even that. Like a strange part that no one wants.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is when I opened a crate like that, I got the stat track version, which was worth about like $6. So.
Oh, nice.
I bought a name tag for that. Put the name tag on it. Then I sold it. Yeah, and then I sold it, and then I ended up buying another one.
Oh, nice.
So that one had like 3,000 kills, and now this one has like 500. But
nice.
What I really want's a knife, though, because I like the knife animations. I know that's weird. But I get bored of the default animation. You just kind of like pull it out. I just want to do something fancy while I'm switching my weapons.
I just want to flick knives around. That's all I want to do in
That's
CS:GO.
all I want in my game. If you have good knife physics, I'm happy.
See,
I just want to stab people in the best way.
I would get back into CS:GO, if they had like butterfly knives and shit. like
Yeah.
color song
I
knives.
don't see why that wasn't one of the possibilities. I wouldn't be
Yeah,
surprised if they
exactly.
add, because they've already shown that they can just add in more knives and weapons, and they just throw it in a slot, right?
Yeah.
So, like, because they added the Huntsman not long ago, which is, in my opinion, not a really cool knife. It kind of looks like a Bowie knife or whatever you want to call it. But
You want a
yeah,
knife?
it just has the gut knife animation though. I don't know if I'd imagine they can. Yeah, they can add more animation. Yeah, because they did the CZ differently.
Yeah. I don't know. It's Valve. They can do anything.
Yeah, that's true. I don't even know why I'm
Except-
questioning that. Of course they could do that. That was a dumb thought.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'm used to like where some games are like, oh no, we can't do that big of a change. Like they have more limits, but yeah,
Loadout.
they could do
Ah.
that. What? Who'd you cough? What?
I said loadout and I coughed inconspicuously.
No, they added new projectiles for rockets and stuff. I mean, that
Yeah,
takes
like-
new things.
Projectiles that are basically useless. Like, who uses
Well, yeah.
wave?
I did for that first day that
Yeah,
I realized it was terrible.
I think I still have my.
The thing
dual
is, I'm
barrel
probably gonna have
launcher.
some gameplay over this of loadout because someone wanted me to do it.
Ah, nice. Well, to that someone.
I haven't played in forever though, so if there is any, it's probably not very good. That or everyone's
Yeah.
bad. I should just play bots.
I mean, what's the difference?
Yeah, well, yeah. Another. It's funny when Arctic was still there. Like if he was still there now, I would have brought this up to him. But I just let it go because I don't even play the game anymore. But
Yeah.
at one point, I remember there was a thread. I think it might have been on the old forum, but so I might not be able to actually prove it. But they basically promised me that bots would never be in matchmaking. And
Oh,
then
of
what
course.
happened? They put bots in matchmaking. I was just like because I didn't even think of it at first, and then I was like, wait a minute, they promised me that. They were like, I can assure you that will never happen. That is not in our plans.
Well, how long?
Which
before...
honestly, I don't think it's too bad of an implication because the game that isn't exactly thriving. So
Yeah. Well, I mean,
it's alright. Yes.
do you like?
You know what I would have liked better, which would have gone. I mean, it's their game, their design, But here's what I would have liked to see, and this is gonna sound really weird, but you know how when the maps were non-textured,
Yeah.
do you remember Shipment when it was non-textured? And
Yeah,
despite
that
some
was
of the,
great.
I would have squeezed in some of the areas in the back, where those boxes were that were in the lower area. I would have squeezed that in a little closer, to. Because you know how people turn that into a spawn trap, so
Yeah.
I would have manipulated some of those areas a little bit, but I loved the way the non-textured maps played. You know what I mean? Because it was kind
Yeah,
of
that
just
was
it was really
great.
smooth. You had higher frame rates, and it was you and your enemy. Everything else was just kind of grayed out, and it was really smooth to play. I don't know, something
Yeah,
about that. It was really fun.
It was a good map. Like, it was
And
a
then, I
great
don't
map.
know,
I
it's
don't
just-
know why they didn't release with that map. Like, even if
Yeah.
it wasn't textured,
Even if it wasn't textured, yeah.
it was still.
But here's the thing, though,
great.
the industry fucking has these standards for it has to
Yeah.
make some graphical effort. Well, here's the thing though, with those, it's not like the player models didn't look really good. You see,
Yeah.
I think if they would have had an art direction for having some sort of space planet where everything is just gray for some reason. Someone might have pointed. Some critic would probably point out, oh, that's the laziest game design I've ever seen. They don't even texture their maps. But in the fact that if you actually played it like I did, and then compare it to now where it's textured and it just feels different. I liked the experience when it was like that.
Yeah, well, that's what UT did. They minimized their textures and all that to create better gameplay
Yeah, it just
and shit, and it worked out great for them. So, why not do it with loadout? I mean, who cares? It's about gameplay, not
fucking people that are
visuals.
gonna play it and be like,
if you want,
it's
if you
not
wanted
pretty
to play
enough.
loadout for visuals, play fucking, I don't know, Bioshock Infinite or something like that.
Crisis or whatever.
Yeah, like Crisis 3
whatever.
or something like that.
I've actually never played any of those. I don't.
Wait, you've never played?
all I ever knew about it was the buzz was all about the graphics, and it's just I'm like, is that it? Is that the point of it? Why would I play it? Watch a movie.
Which one? Crysis 3 or Bioshock Infinite?
I don't. No, Crysis 3.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, the thing about Bioshock Infinite, I watched Bro Team play the entire game, and what he does, you know how some people like when they find bugs and shit in games, like it makes it seem more fun.
Yeah.
He ruins the game. He makes you never even want to play it because he makes things look so stupid. Like, for example, in the opening of Infinite, he walked over to this couple that was sitting on a bench. And you know how NPCs that are background characters, they just kind of do the same actions over and over again?
Yeah.
Yeah, this couple, like, this guy would just make a gesture, and then the lady would react, and then he'd just do it over and over again.
Oh, wow.
And he would just pick apart like every little thing that was dumb, and it just made you realize how little effort was put in so many places.
But I mean, that's what Bro Team does. Like, it doesn't mean it's a bad game. It's just what Bro Team like to focus on and all that. Like, I think Bioshock Infinite is.
But the thing about it though is what it really did was it made you realize like how stale the world was. Like even the gunplay like wasn't that great. Like, they really didn't improve. They like across all three games. Like, I played the first and second only and only watched the third, but it felt like the same thing every time, which isn't a bad thing. But I don't know. Most people, you see, the thing is I'm sure that most developers would agree with this. Is people they don't know what they want because they only judge things based on what they've already seen.
Exactly.
And so they'll ask for something new, but what they really want is what they already know because they can't create anything new. You know what I mean? It's hard to word it, especially when you haven't slept.
What was that channel called?
Minute Physics? Is that what you're thinking?
No, not Minute Physics.
I don't think they tackle that kind of idea.
No, not Minute. Minute Physics just become a gaming channel.
He uploaded something about a guy that was.
What was that channel called? Hang on, I gotta look for this.
I'm not gonna talk about it.
No, you can talk. I gotta look for stuff.
He uploaded a video about this guy a Native American from Arizona who like recovered a pot from where it was originally like found, like because people would raid the old towns or whatever from 1,000 years ago or how long ago it was. Oh, yeah. And I was like, this is Minute Physics. What the hell is going on? But he just wanted to promote some kind of like philosophical idea, and then everyone in the comments was really mad because like that doesn't make any sense. Like it was like a 10-minute long video on a channel called Minute Physics. I mean, come on. I mean, tweet a video like that. Don't upload it on your channel.
Yeah.
Well, I just felt like that was strange. What are you looking for? Minute something?
I'm looking for what's the thing called? I'm trying so hard to find this thing.
You can just let it slip. It doesn't matter. But
no.
The hell are we
talking about? If I let it slip, it's gonna be on my mind now. Alright. Well, I'll let it slip. Yeah, people don't know what they want, but yeah. I was just gonna talk about a video that said stuff exactly the same. But I mean, you don't have to do that.
Was it game theory, maybe?
No.
I feel like he talked about something similar to that recently. But anyway, I looked over to my left and I saw the Sims, like the original Sims case.
Oh yeah.
And it reminds me that apparently EA is launching the next Sims with like less features than the last game.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's like they don't have like toddler mode and like no swimming pools and like other kinds of random shit like that. And guess how they're gonna add it in later.
All right, are they?
Guess how they're gonna add it in later.
DLC.
Microtransactions. By the time they get to The Sims 36, all you get is like it installs the game, and then you have to charge like another $50 to get like character creation.
The menu screen.
You get when you have the menu screen. You want the rest of the game? It's over here, $10 each time.
DLC. Pay $5 for each letter on the screen.
Oh, by the way, we forgot to incorporate food, so your Sim's gonna die of hunger unless you pay $10. Well, shit.
$10 each time you've got to feed your sim.
I
I think that's a great
I
way to go
regret the
about it.
fact that the DLC like ever came to exist because it just gives them such an opportunity to exploit the fact that people want more from the game.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
sometimes it's just things that should be there already. And we have to pay more for it
Exactly.
because more money for them.
Like, I think it was Sims Season DLC or something. Like, they added
Well,
seasons
The Sims
and
2,
clothes.
I think I think that was for The Sims 2, unless
I
it was
can't
3.
remember. I think it was for 3 and 2.
I don't know. The thing about 2 was apparently there was a server room fire and they lost like the entire game basically and they had to remake it.
Yeah.
And that's why it didn't have things it originally would have had.
Yeah, see, like, I can understand that with The Sims 2.
But
'cause, you know,
based on EA's history lately, I wonder if they like did the fire on purpose.
they're just
guys,
like,
guys, let's think about this costly. If we just burn down this building and remake the game, we can sell additional things later for like we'll double our profits, and you know that'll easily pay for this building we're about to burn down.
and then like Jimmy in the corner is just like, but we could actually make a quality game. And
all right,
make
let's
more
lock
money."
Jimmy in the room while we burn
Shut
it down.
up.
Jimmy, you never worked
Jimmy,
here. We're EA.
Jimmy,
We
step
can
in this
erase you.
closet real quick.
Then his family was on a cruise to Somalia. They were never seen again.
Poor Jimmy. I feel bad for Jimmy now. We just made him up like 10 seconds ago.
He don't last long in this business.
Uh-huh. Pay now to get the Jimmy DLC.
They erased him. No, no evidence.
No, but they,
Right, so
they
what else is
remade
there?
him and split him into 5 DLCs.
All right, new topic. We're making no sense now.
Alright.
You think of one. Here we go. Go.
New topic.
You got this.
I think of one. It's... Fuck.
Think about news, or like game-related news, or just news in general. Anything.
Fuck. I can't think of anything.
Flippy, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah!
Representing Australia.
This
Too much
is not
pressure.
This is not what all Australians are like. I'm just very
It is.
nervous normally. Apparently Steam hit 8 million users on the summer sale
No.
Encore Day.
Huh.
How insane is
I usually
that?
only see 6 million per day, so.
Yeah,
it's a
but
little
8
more.
million, think about that. That's more than WoW.
You see, that's
Like,
it's crazy how many people use Steam and how many people that don't even fucking know what it is.
yeah, exactly.
I'll be
Like,
talking to someone online on the internet, like on a site where you would expect like people that would know everything about the internet would use, right? And then I'll mention like, "Oh, do you have a Steam?" They're like, "What's that?" And I'm like, "How do you not know what that is?"
this
Or I'll mention
Steam
Counter-Strike or something, and they won't know what it is. But oh, you mentioned Call of Duty. Oh, they're on board. You mentioned Minecraft. They're on board.
Yeah, but maybe because they went from console to PC. I don't know.
I don't know. It's just I just find it strange they don't know what Steam is when it has that many users.
Yeah,
That's all I'm getting at.
yeah,
I don't
like.
But I think the problem is that I don't. How the fuck does Valve even get out there? Because I've never seen an ad. I saw one ad for a Valve game. It was Left 4 Dead back in like 2008. I saw an ad on I think it was TV or maybe on YouTube or something. But I've never seen Valve advertise like anything.
Word of mouth
Ever.
is amazing.
Yeah.
It's such a
So I
great
mean,
tool.
that's it though. It only gets around through the community that really cares. So I just because it's so much better. You would think that no, well, no, maybe not.
Yeah, but
Some
like,
people
think about
just
it.
they only pay attention to what they get exposed to from mainstream sources, I guess. So.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just find it strange that you see all these people on television. They'll talk. There'll be a small news team doing a talk for some reason. I guess there was no murders that day, talking about like, oh, Microsoft versus Sony this year. And it's like they don't even mention the computers are there.
Yeah.
Like, they don't really take it into account at all. No respect for it, I guess.
Yeah, because, I don't know, like, a lot of people use computers for things other than gaming, so a lot of people don't see it as a gaming platform. Like, they
Well, you
look
could
at
have told me
consoles,
back in
they look at consoles and they see, consoles, gaming-only machines. And they see PCs,
I think
and it does so much more.
I think that goes back to the earlier console years when back when the games you would see on computer were how do I even describe them? They were no, the no sleep is really hurting me here. I would say around the 90s was when you saw a big difference. There was like arcades, and then they switched over to consoles. It's like an 80s 90s thing where console kind of had a leg up over PC because like what was even on PC back then? I mean you had Doom. Doom was the most downloaded software. Like Doom was downloaded more than Windows 95.
Yeah, that's insane. Oh man.
It was the most downloaded piece of software.
And then Bill Gates, I think that's his name. I'm not sure.
He was in an ad for and like because he
wanted to buy id Software.
Back when back when Microsoft actually wanted to promote like people playing games on their system instead of trying to push their console for some obligatory reason. Like, what if they just dropped like Xbox and then just made like an easier accessible way to play like computer strength games? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So basically, what the Steam box or whatever the fuck it is trying to do.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. Like they own the operating system.
Like, they own computers and all that are like way better than their consoles, but they still push consoles. Like,
why not? There's got to be some reason.
I don't know.
There's got to be some reason we're missing.
Probably because of all the Xbox Live and all the Xbox accessories.
Well, yeah, we can say that now because it's already been going, but this is the question that should have been asked back when the Xbox original was made. You know, it goes back that far.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because once that got started, it was kind of like a snowball rolling down a hill.
Yeah, I think they just wanted to compete with PlayStation.
Yeah.
Because
I guess back then, I guess that's why people like the consoles are so big, because that was the era where, it just kind of got into this generation, and then the younger ones too.
The PlayStation.
Because you get past our generation, just maybe one more above, and they don't play games at all. They don't even understand any of it. So
yeah,
it's relatively new. I mean, if you think about film's been around for over a century, and this has barely been around for like not even a couple generations. So
yeah. I don't know.
Say what?
I don't know. It's a mystery to me why they would do that. And this got very quiet very quickly.
What's that? Well, see, I had an idea and I lost it.
You had an idea.
I had an idea.
That's a great way to start a sentence. I had an idea, but I seem to have lost it.
I don't know where it went.
You don't know where it went. Have you checked?
I don't know.
Under the desk.
I was actually looking under the. I picked up a bottle cap.
You were looking under the desk for an idea.
No, it was a bottle cap.
Okay.
Gotta buy, something with it, because Fallout. I'm not really. Shut up. Anyway, what's going on? No sleep. Been up for like 40 hours. What's going on?
Alright. We were talking about Steam stuff.
Let's just talk shit about EA. They're terrible.
What have they done now?
Fuck EA. I don't know.
I don't know.
What haven't they done? I bring this up at least once a day, once a week. The CEO wanted to charge people for virtual bullets. He wants you to pay for virtual bullets.
Well, then again, every first-person shooter basically wants you to pay for virtual bullets. So I mean,
No. Oh, I have this is something I want to talk about because of DLC earlier. So Unreal Tournament 4, did you see that one article where they said that they want it to be free and like completely free? Like
yeah,
like even like DLC and shit. And
yeah.
and all like even if people made like content like this is what I'm thinking. Maybe I'm taking it too far, but this is what I interpreted from the article. You know how Valve has the thing where if someone makes a cosmetic item, they put it into the game, but you have to open crates and shit to try to get it?
Yeah,
Right?
of course.
Yes, or yeah. So they were saying that if people made that shit, it gets put into the game, you can just have it. You don't have to pay for it anyway. Which brings up the question: how the fuck are they going to fund the game? Like who's you know what I mean? Like who's paying for the technology and the people the man hours and everything? So I don't quite understand if it's just an act of charity or I'm pretty sure that they're going to have microtransactions in some way. But it said no microtransactions, so I'm just confused.
I don't want them to make it like.
Because I don't know if it's going to be like. I don't know if it's going to be like the League of Legends of first-person shooters or what.
Yeah, I don't want them to.
But it's Unreal Tournament, so it's probably going to be good. We can probably assume that they want to. The main thing they were stressing was they want it to be really community focused, so that people that actually play it are working on it more than them.
Oh yeah, they've got
which is interesting
up and everything about it.
Yeah,
like have
which
you seen their forum?
I haven't. I went there and I didn't join it because I don't know how far along the game is. Like I don't even know who's allowed to alpha test it or whatever.
Yeah, I think it's mainly
actually
for, like
Epic had a thing on Twitter today for
developers.
people to sign up for them to do. I don't know if it was like straight up QA or it was they just wanted like play testers or something. I don't know. I signed up because I don't even live that far from there, so I don't know if I'd actually go and do it. But yeah.
Shit. I mean,
I was like, why not? Let's see. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, what I was gonna say was, I don't want them to make it a free game. Like, as much as I would love that, I don't really want them to make it a free game.
Yeah, I can understand that. That's how I feel about Counter-Strike. Because I remember when they introduced the skins, I was like, everyone was freaking out. Like, are they gonna fucking add hats? Is it going free to play? And I was just like, oh, that would be terrible because, like, not only does that spike cheating, but it just spikes the fucking plethora of retards that you get. You know? The people that, I'm playing a free game, I can just troll, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Because I want these motherfuckers to have to score, to have to, throw up some money every time they want to make a new account and be stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
That way it encourages them to do it less.
That's one of the reasons why
I don't know if I mentioned this, but this morning at like 6 a.m. I had to play against 2 people that were cheating on a team, and the rest of them were just talking shit. There was a guy, his Steam name was a fake Twitch channel or whatever, and he was just spamming in chat. He was like, you can watch the replay on my stream. And it was just like, really, dude? Because the guy, I mean, I'm not talking about, I'm complaining like, oh, this guy's cheating because he killed me. The guy was fucking having a stroke, going 60 miles an hour, instantly headshotting people. We still managed to win 9 rounds too, which was crazy, but ugh. Am I still here?
Yeah, yes.
I'm looking at my Audacity. I'm looking at my recording, and it's all over the place. I don't know what's going on with it. Hopefully, it's getting this. It looks like it is. I don't know. Honestly, if it didn't, I'd be like, fuck it. I'll just cut it short, and I'll make a fake exit later. Yeah, you know how I do around here, people. I don't edit anymore.
Can't be bothered. Edit anymore. Wink.
Wink. I just edited out so many fuck ups. You don't even know what happened. There was a dinosaur on the loose in here. You didn't even know.
Yeah,
oh shit!
I was chanting satanic sentences and shit.
Yeah, if you play this backwards, Flippy will resurrect your grandmother.
Play this backwards and I'll summon fucking sheep from the sky.
I still want a knife. God damn it.
You saw a knife. Oh, no, you still want a knife. Alright, I was gonna say, I'm a bit worried if this is the first time you've seen a knife.
No.
What is this
I know I
shop
mentioned that
object?
earlier. Damn it. I hate seeing all these chicks that play Counter Strike that they all have knives because guys buy them for them.
Yeah.
If you see a girl playing Counter Strike that doesn't have a knife, something's wrong.
Yeah. Well, they're probably too young.
Maybe that.
Maybe.
Maybe they're ugly.
Maybe.
I don't know. That's mean.
Oh, there's this one gamer chick that has like a YouTube channel and everything. I
Go
think her
on.
name is Tara or something like that. She's a gamer and she's a model and all that. And all of her videos are basically fan fiction for all her male viewers.
Oh
It's
god, that's
retarded.
cringeworthy.
Ugh.
It's so bad. That
Like-
shit really bothers me because here's my thing is like there's so many few like chicks that actually play and actually play
Yeah.
and they're not just out for, you know, some kind of like attention horror fantasy.
Yeah, like
Or they just play terrible games like League. I mean, that's
yeah, she plays
I-
League. So
I was on Twitch the other day looking for one of my friends' streams, and I got to the main page. You know how they always had to promote some dumb random channel?
yeah.
And it was this chick playing League, and someone like donated, and like that person that did said something in the chat, and she was just like being a bitch to them. Like it was so weird. I was like, they just gave you money, and you're being a bitch.
Oh my god, those are the
Sitting
worst kind
here
of people.
all high and mighty on your League stream.
I can't stand people like that.
Like,
Like someone just gave
and
you
then you'll get
money.
like the feminists that'll be like, oh, they're just playing the game. No, they're freaking attention whoring. they're
Yeah,
exploiting
they're
the fact that they're women to get views. It's really stupid.
Exactly.
And the thing is they lose so much credit when other women get discovered that their gameplay is not even them. It's like their boyfriend or something.
Yeah. And they're like, oh my god, you're just jealous. Like, so
Oh my god. It's because I'm
my
famous
God, I
and I can
bet-
play games.
You're not even pretty. I look way hotter than you. We're probably.
That's why if I was a chick, I just wouldn't even let people know it. Like my videos, I probably wouldn't even talk. I would just
Yeah.
I would type it out and Microsoft Sam could do it. I don't know what I would do. I would just probably never show my face and still talk. How about that?
Yeah.
Because I still don't show my face anyway. But I mean, that's just because I don't have a good webcam and I just don't even care. I mean, why do you need my face? It's all good.
Yeah, exactly. Like, is there any benefit from you?
Do you need to
knowing
see
what
my
I look like?
my spooky faces? Ooh! That guy shot me. I'm scared. Because like I don't really
I've
play
been
horror games, and they don't really scare me anyway.
I can't play horror games because they scare me.
Amnesia got me a few times because but the thing about that game was the freaking what's the word I'm looking for here? The contradictoriness, that's not a word, but the way that the mechanics contradicted each other. You needed to stay in the light so you didn't go crazy, but you needed to stay in the dark so that the monsters couldn't see you. Like what? Why don't we just make it so that, you know, shooting my gun shoots me in the head, but I have to shoot enemies to live? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. So that was my problem with it. But, you know,
Yeah.
I think that if there'd have been some kind of third layer that like overlaps with that, so you could get through without anything bad going on. But I guess that's just part of the game. So yeah,
Yeah, and like why would
their artistic envision
what
was there.
What type of castle doesn't have like weapons and shit inside the castle? It makes no sense. Like
I think the whole
you'd find like a blunderbuss somewhere.
well, I think there were several knights that had like great swords.
Yeah,
like
like
right
I can
there, but-
understand swords and shit, but like blunderbusses, and he obviously had been hunting before, so there would have been rifles.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just What can you do?
I don't know about that. I don't think it's always necessary to defend yourself in that type of game through weapon means, but I just think
Yeah.
that it was missing something that would have really chugged it along is more just fluid way of playing the game as opposed to there's two contradictory things you need to do to live. So.
Yeah, exactly.
And one thing that always bothers me is all these Slender games where it's just basically don't look at it and you're fine. I mean, you can twerk on it and you're all good. Just don't look at it. It makes no sense. I saw this guy making fun of. I think the game was called Outlast. I'm not sure. It was all sham, no wow. You can probably find it somewhere. But basically, he was talking about he was friends with the developer, but he kind of felt bad, but he just hated on the game because of the fact that you could walk up to the main enemy and just turn around and then like make fun of them. You could taunt the villain that you couldn't protect yourself against just by turning around over and over again. It was so silly. So when you make a game like that, you gotta really think about what you're doing and what type of silly exploits there would be just from the basis of what it is. Because not every person is going to go, oh my god, it's scary, and just like run away. Some people are going to fuck with that, and they're going to make you look stupid.
Yeah,
yes,
see,
I agree.
This is why I don't like Slender games and all that, because they don't think realistically. Like with a horror game, you got to think somewhat.
Well, see, I hate that word for describing games. Try to find a different word, because when people say realistic, it has so many implications that are terrible. People that say Call of Duty is realistic. People say FIFA is realistic. I mean, sure, we can see David Beckham's fucking like shit stains on his shorts. All right, nice, that's realistic.
They gotta think about it logically, then.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
If you turn around, like if a monster's chasing you and you turn around, it's not just gonna stop and grab a tea or something and wait for you to turn back around.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna grab your
logically,
shoulder and rip your head
yes.
off.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you make that a feature?
I think the whole point with that though is like it's okay for one game to get away with that. It's just when the entire genre bases it around there, like the peekaboo fucking spooky games,
Beauty bait genre.
Yeah, basically.
I feel like those games are becoming.
That's what we should just name the
more
genre. Instead of there should be a niche genre of horror that's basically just peekaboo. That's what it is.
Yeah, beauty games and peekaboo games.
Peekaboo boo.
Oh man,
that was terrible.
I can't wait for the Oculus Rift to become big and horror games and shit.
I don't see VR being very good for interactive media. I think it has movie implications, but unless we can get into... You ever watch Yu-Gi-Oh! As a kid?
Yeah.
Do you remember when there was that season where they would lay in those like pods and they would walk around a fictional world and play with monsters?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Tell me about VR when we can do that.
That would.
Otherwise, I don't care. I don't want to implement it in the first-person shooters or anything else. I just want to make monsters eat other monsters and be next to them.
They were thinking about making. Oh, I can't remember. They were thinking about making Tabletop Simulator.
Yeah.
They were thinking.
I wanted to get
that.
It looks interesting.
Oh, it's great. It's such a good game.
So you can experience having an actual tabletop.
Yeah. But like
now there's no cleanup. You just
Well, I mean, it's
because I think the whole premise of tabletop was some guys that they always get fucking pissed off and they throw shit on the floor whenever they're losing. So they made it so that you can just reset the board instantly.
Well, I mean, oh fuck. Well, tabletop is.
Very
customizable.
Yeah, I noticed that. Like, you don't even have to play by the rules, do you? It's just kind of do whatever.
You can do multiplayer servers and stuff. You don't have to play by the rules, but the host can kick you if.
Right, because I don't know. I don't know. I saw a GIF of someone just spawning chess pieces, and the entire map was just.
Yeah,
the entire world was just like a sea of pieces.
Oh, it's great. Like so that weird. Is it's such a good game.
Is it weird to move things? Is it kind of like Surgeon Simulator where your hand is just kind of like, oh?
No, actually.
Oh no!
Like,
I don't know if I can do it.
you use your mouse and stuff to like
Oh,
hit
okay.
things off and all that. But like, if you want to take a card from
So
the
it's-
deck, you gotta click and drag your mouse quickly. But if you want to take the entire deck and shuffle it, you've got to hold the mouse and then wait until it picks up and then shake the mouse and it'll shuffle.
Huh.
And it's a really well thought out game, and they're adding stuff all the time. It's a shame no one plays it. Like literally, there are like 4 servers.
I think
where
it's
I'm
because
on.
it has the name Simulator in it. Everyone just has
Yeah.
such low expectations for simulator
God
games.
damn it! I
Um,
hate.
We should
hate
make
the
a
fact
game,
that Goat
Podcast
Simulator
Simulator.
came out.
We should make Podcast Simulator. It's basically they get a free copy of Audacity, and that's it. That's
They
the
get-
game. There's like a main menu, and it opens up Audacity in like a browser form or something.
I think there's actually like a rock simulator on Steam.
$14.99. Oh yeah. Do you just sit
Hang on,
there?
let me. I think
I
it's
saw
in
a game called.
Greenlight.
I saw a game. It wasn't on Steam. I think it was a green light. It was called Bus Stop Simulator. You know what you do? You walk out next to a bench and a bus stop sign, and there's a bus really far on the horizon. And guess what you do? You just fucking sit there. Does the bus ever come? The bus never comes. You just sit there. that's a good game. That's what I always wanted right there.
Oh,
Innovation.
No, it isn't.
Human innovation to its fullest.
It isn't in Greenlight.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that ruins
We hit the 50-minute mark. That's usually where I want to get stopping. So, you got anything
Hey.
else you want to say?
I am not an idiot. Not all Australians are like this. And,
All right.
hi again. I don't know. This is, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Flippy. But
Yeah,
thank you
Flippy.
for joining me here today.
Thanks
An
for
hour
having
of
me
your
here.
time. Thank you all for listening for 52 minutes or however this ends up being. Hopefully I put some gameplay that was interesting in the background. I don't really know what I'm going to use yet. I'll try to put loadout on if I fucking get the feeling to actually launch the damn game and record it. So whatever ended up on the screen, enjoy it.
Yeah.
Have a nice day. Bye-bye.